Nearly 150 Australian citizens have been flown back to Australia from earthquake-hit Vanuatu on Defence Force flights, with rescuers racing to find survivors. Carissa Jacobay is a business owner in Port Vila and her office was severely damaged by the earthquake. She joins us now. Carissa, thank you very much for coming on News Breakfast.
Hey.
First of all, Carissa, just explain what it was like to be right there when this earthquake struck.
Terrifying is probably an understatement. It was absolutely terrifying. There was nothing you couldn't stand. It was hard to crawl. Things were just moving. Everything was shaking. Table collapsed on me. I was across the road from where the embassy's building collapsed. I was literally a few meters from that. But yeah, a table collapsed on me, and then I had to try and kick off the table and then scrambled to my feet and then ran and just hung onto a tree and then grabbed my friend, and we both just held onto the tree until the shaking stopped.
I can hear it in your voice that it was obviously quite traumatic. Do you think that you're still in shock by this?
Yes. Yeah, it is absolutely devastating what's happened, and being so close to so many different buildings. Like, I literally was around the corner from my office. Normally I would be in office at that time. And then obviously coming round and then seeing the wall caving in. We had a massive aircon on our wall, and that's come off the wall with the wall itself. My computer was smashed. There was just rubble. All the walls just caved in. But yeah, everyone was a bit shocked. I'm used to dealing with emergencies, but nothing like this.
Now that there's been a day to sort of process what's actually happened, and despite all the aftershocks, what do you think the sense of the community is like at the moment in terms of trying to find other survivors and trying to look towards rebuilding?
I don't know if anyone's really thinking about rebuilding just yet. We're still trying to help people. Everyone is out there. We've got Ramada, where I'm at right now. They've offered free Wi-Fi to anyone that needs to communicate. So, because they're still very limited, like we've got no Wi-Fi at home. The phone lines are still sketchy. You can't really, sometimes you can call, sometimes you can't. Messages, nothing's really reliable. The radio stations are on and off, so it's hard to get updates. So we don't know kind of the status of how bad things are. I drove through town straight after the quake to get home to my kids. Luckily, they were fine. They all ran out of the house. The house was completely smashed. Every glass, every plate, everything came out of the cupboards, and it just was a mess. And you kind of just walk in and go, where do you even start? Like, it's so overwhelming. But at the same time, you're so grateful that you're actually alive and you survived it.
Oh, absolutely. And just from the sounds of what the devastation is like, I know the Australian government is looking at more than $2 million in an assistance package. Obviously, you're hoping for more aid coming in to help.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, the main wharf road has got a massive landslide. So that's cutting off like a whole residential area, the main cruise terminal, all the domestic vessels. No one can get to them. So that's restricting and getting any support in that way. The terminal building at the airport has got severe damage. So that's really hard for like commercial flights to come through. I know that I keep seeing all it's like a reminder of Cyclone Pam, like seeing all of these planes flying in, and you're just like, thank God someone's here to help us because we're stuck. Bon Marché, our main supermarket, there's word that they may open today, but some stores are trying to open even though everything's still on the floor, but people are just going in to grab whatever they can just for survival mode. We have just got water this morning, which is great at home, but we've still got no power. So we're running everything off a generator. But for those that don't have solar or generators, it's really tough. So it's all just helping out each other. Like, we use bottled water from somebody else's place that had water. So we're now going to fill up all our bottles that we use and then pass them on to someone that doesn't have water. just to try and pass on and help out.